Xiaomi 11T is slowly making its way to more markets, and the timing is just right to compare this phone to the OnePlus Nord 2. This is the most in-depth Xiaomi 11T versus OnePlus Nord 2 comparison. If you are watching Tech with Osama for the first time, please subscribe and help my channel grow. Let's take a look at the design and the build of both the phones first of all. Both phones are using a glass build sandwiched inside a plastic frame. The Nord 2 being a smaller device is lighter, about 15 grams less than the Xiaomi 11T. The Nord 2 also happens to be thin as compared to the very thick Xiaomi 11T. The main difference in the build is the used protection. Nord 2 uses Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back. The Xiaomi 11T uses Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and back. Both phones have a very unique design. I like them both. The Nord 2 just happens to be a handy device with a slightly rugged back that doesn't pick up fingerprints and smudges. Xiaomi 11T doesn't have a shiny back either, and it doesn't pick up the fingerprints or smudges, but it doesn't feel rugged like the Nord 2. Both phones lack a headphone jack and a microSD card slot. Both phones use a dual stereo speaker setup. I found the Nord 2 speaker louder and clearer. Xiaomi 11T is IP53 certified, it's dust resistant and can handle a water splash. The Nord 2 does not use any IP rating. This now brings us to the displays. While both phones use the AMOLED displays, the size and the refresh rate largely differs. The Nord 2 has a 6.43 inches 90Hz display compared to the Xiaomi 11T's 120Hz 6.67 inches display. It looks like the brightness is the same on both the sides. I can't see a significant difference here. When you use the phone, the 90Hz display definitely feels a little sluggish compared to 120Hz, but it's still better than a 60Hz screen. Using 90Hz on Nord 2 might have been a cost-cutting measure from OnePlus. Bezels of the Xiaomi 11T are slightly bigger. The difference is literally unnoticeable when compared to the Nord 2. The punch hole size is the same on both the phones, it's just the placement that differs. The Nord 2 also accommodates a fingerprint scanner underneath the display. Xiaomi 11T uses a side-mounted scanner. I have used both the phones for almost a month now, and to date, I have not experienced any issues when it comes to the colors, contrast, and other display elements that matter. In fact, I have used these phones under bright sunshine as well, and I had absolutely no visibility issues on these screens. Software is definitely a lot different. I like the Oxygen OS better because it's swift, more responsive, and clean when compared to the MI UAT 12 on the Xiaomi 11T. Obviously, both phones have unique features in their operating system, but I would like to side with the Oxygen OS here while it's still trying very hard to stay close to the vanilla Android UI. Both phones have features like the always-on display. The haptic feedback is also much better on the Nord 2. It has a clicky sound on this phone. Let me quickly show you the benchmark scores. First of all, you will see the AnTuTu score, and you can see that both phones have almost a similar AnTuTu benchmark score here. And now the Geekbench score is on your screen, and this is a little different. The Nord 2 spec sheet says that it's using Dimensity 1200 AI octa-core chipset, and Xiaomi 11T spec sheet says it's using Dimensity 1200 Ultra chipset. The number of cores and core technology is the same, so I think this different naming convention by both the brands is nothing significant. I also conducted a small speed test starting off with the stock applications. This will give you an idea of the animations on both the UIs. Both phones try to go neck and neck, but when I switch to the resource intensive part of the speed test, you will definitely see the difference. To take this test to the next level, I edited a same 4K video clip in the Premiere Rush application on both the phones. Same effects were applied and a file of same size is to be exported. Even though both phones have the same chipset, the Xiaomi 11T still took the lead and it was miles ahead here. The Nord 2 lost badly. The same happened in the Viva video application as well. Here the Nord 2 wasn't far behind, but it still lost to the Xiaomi 11T. The same happened when I edited photos on both the phones. First I edited a 108 megapixels image in the Lightroom application. This image was taken on the Xiaomi 11T and I obviously copied it to both the phones for this test. The Xiaomi 11T easily won here. After this, I edited the same image in the Snapseed application and Xiaomi 11T won here too. Towards the end, I launched some games starting off with the PUBG Mobile, which obviously loaded faster on the Xiaomi 11T. Here in the PUBG Mobile, the Xiaomi 11T offers 90 FPS and Nord 2 is limited to extreme frame rate only. I don't know why 90 FPS is not unlocked on the Nord 2 despite having the same chipset. After the speed test, I am convinced that the Nord 2 needs massive performance improvements. I would like to tell you that I am carrying the Nord 2 with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, while my Xiaomi 11T has 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Let me also tell you about the batteries now. The Xiaomi 11T, despite having a bigger battery of 5000 mAh, lost it to the OnePlus Nord 2 in my very recent battery drain test. The Xiaomi 11T died in 7 hours and 44 minutes and the Nord 2's 4500 mAh battery died in 8 hours and 6 minutes. For charging, we get a 67 watt charger in the box of the Xiaomi 11T and 65 watt charger in the box of the OnePlus Nord 2. The Nord 2 takes literally 40 minutes to fully charge and Xiaomi 11T takes a little over an hour to hit 100%. With this, we reach the camera comparison department. First, let's talk about the camera apps. Since both phones use an entirely different software, the camera UI largely varies too. In terms of video recording capability, both phones can do 4K at 30 frames per second from the rear and 1080p at 30 FPS videos from the front camera. Both phones have RAW capture option in the Pro mode. The Xiaomi 11T has Pro Video mode, which is not available on the Nord 2. Xiaomi 11T has a higher number of features in the camera application. The Xiaomi 11T has electronic image stabilization, while the Nord 2 uses optical image stabilization for its main camera sensor. The camera hardware details of both the phones are on your screen. The Xiaomi 11T's main selling point is its 108 megapixels camera, which comes from Samsung. But we will see how it stands next to the OnePlus Nord 2 with a 50 megapixels main rear camera. You do have the Nord 2's camera details on the screen too now, and let me also quickly show you the camera sensor details of both the phones using the hardware info application. And let's take a look at the front camera videos now. Hi guys, welcome to the camera and full comparison between the OnePlus Nord 2 and the Xiaomi 11T 5G. These phones share a lot of similar specifications, especially in the hardware department. Right now, this front video is being recorded in 1080p at 30 frames per second on both these phones because this is the maximum that these phones offer. A few days back, I was in the north of my country and I had this opportunity to take both these phones along with me. So a lot of pictures are going to be very amazing, but I could not record any videos in the north because there wasn't any straight path to record the videos, the kind of videos that are needed for the camera comparison. So I came back to my usual camera comparison location to record these videos. For this front video, you guys have to be the judge for the colors, contrast and other elements of the video. You also have to tell me how's the mic's voice recording quality. Right now I am walking right in the face of the sun, and if I just turn around, this is how it looks. Now these phones are mounted on the same tripod, and I think the Xiaomi 11T is offering the better stability, but you guys be the judge here. And if you are watching my channel for the very first time, please hit the subscribe button and help me cross 100k subscribers. And also, if you find this video useful at some point, hit the like button as well. Let's move on to the other parts of this comparison now. It's time to take a look at the rear camera videos, and I am highly disappointed in the rear ultra-wide videos of the OnePlus Nord 2. I tried recording this video on the Nord 2 alone while holding this phone firmly in my hand as well, but the result wasn't any different. Horrible stability. The Nord 2 captures overall warmer videos here. In the normal videos, both phones have good and acceptable stability. The resolution in front of you is quite self-explanatory. I think the Xiaomi 11T delivers better details in the videos. Its camera is doing slightly better than the Nord 2 here. In the 60 frames per second mode, the stability doesn't get hurt that much, at least not as much as I expected. Both phones once again have a slightly different color tone, and rest is right here on the screen. The last video clip here is a 4K 30 frames per second video clip. After this video, I'll be showing you the photo samples. Let's start with an ultra-wide image first. Here, the Xiaomi 11T has a higher contrast, darker shadows, and very high saturation as well. The Nord 2 has a brighter image with slightly less details and also has a slightly better dynamic range. Details, well, it's an ultra-wide image and both cameras deliver poor details. Here is a normal image. The Nord 2 has a slightly warm image this time. The Xiaomi 11T once again has darker shadows and very poor dynamic range. Especially if you see it in the background, my face has a very cool tone on the Xiaomi 11T. This one is a portrait image, background blur is too strong on the Nord 2, but the Xiaomi 11T has better subject and the background separation. The color tone differences are the same once again. I think the Nord 2 delivers slightly better details in this particular image. This one now is a 108 megapixels versus a 50 megapixels image. Obviously, the 108 megapixels image is supposed to have higher and better details, but in the case of the Xiaomi 11T, that does not happen all the time. But yeah, the dynamic range is good on the Nord again here. Keep your eyes on the darker and the brighter areas of the image. The Nord 2 has definitely got them better. Some more normal, ultra-wide and high-res images will come your way now. I would like you guys to keep a close watch on all the upcoming images and analyze them in order to drop your own thoughts and analysis down in the comment section. Here, I would just like to tell you that when I picked up the Nord 2 for the very first time, its camera disappointed me. Its video stability is still disappointing, but when I compared its images to the Xiaomi 11T, I actually started liking the Nord 2's camera better. First of all, the Nord 2 maintains much better details despite having a smaller lens. The Nord 2 has much better dynamic range, especially in some images when you look at the dark and the brighter areas. The Nord 2 can capture them both nicely in the same frame. Especially in these indoor images that are on the screen, you can see that the windows, the elements on the other side of the windows are clearly visible on the Nord 2, and you can also see the dark area beside this sofa. It's merely visible on the Xiaomi 11T while it's properly visible on the OnePlus Nord 2. It won't be wrong to say that the Xiaomi 11T's 108 megapixels camera sensor is actually a gimmick. It's not helping this phone output better images. For the details and better dynamic range, the Nord 2 would be my choice. I can live without a great ultra-wide camera, but my main camera sensor should capture very good images. But you also have to keep it in mind that my Nord 2 opinion is limited to photography only and not the videography. Even in the night mode images, the Nord 2 does a much better job. Keep your eyes on the lights and see the Xiaomi 11T is unable to control them. It in fact blows off the lights. The Nord 2 manages and softens the lights in a much better way. Both phones can capture ultra wide and normal night mode images, which is something really good to have on both the handsets. In the selfies, the Xiaomi 11T's color tone is cool. Nord has warm tone. The Xiaomi 11T's selfies lack proper saturation. The Nord 2 in my opinion has good saturation and close to original selfie look. Once again, the Nord 2's selfies are properly lit and Xiaomi 11T's images look underexposed. The Xiaomi 11T's details literally suck in the selfies. But this is what some users like. The Nord 2 in my opinion has much better selfie look. Much better normal and portrait selfies with a nice background blur. But selfies can be a subjective choice, so I would love to know which phone's selfies have appealed you the more. Make sure to drop your own thoughts about the selfies in the comment section. And with this we reach the conclusion of this video. And I'll just talk about a few facts here one by one, starting off with the cameras. Xiaomi 11T captures better front and the rear camera videos with better stability despite not having optical image stabilization. In the photography department, be it the front or the rear camera or the low light photography, the Nord 2 massively beats the Xiaomi 11T 5G. In the performance department, the Xiaomi 11T 5G is miles ahead. It is faster, more responsive and overall better. In the battery department, the smaller battery of the Nord 2 outperforms the bigger battery of the Xiaomi 11T. Price wise, the Nord 2 is a much better value for money proposition. The remaining things are kind of a subjective choice and you should be able to decide what you need in a smartphone and what you don't need. But to sum it up, the Nord 2 is going to be my choice among these two smartphones. As I said, it is a much better value for money product. You are free to disagree with me and drop your own deviating thoughts in the comment section below. I always welcome constructive criticism and I would love to hear you out. Hit the like button if you haven't yet and subscribe too. I will sign off and see you all in the next one.